Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So let's do a couple more of the resin mold box molds today. So we're going to do the pineapple, this really big trinket tray, but it's kind of shallow. So I hope it comes out okay because I don't want to have to cover it. If I have to cover it, I don't think it's going to be a tray anymore. But it's really, really large. And then of course, I got to try this. I'm going to try this. Yesterday we did it in the polyurethane because I knew it would be super strong. Came out gorgeous. I love it. I'm going to do it in resin today just so we can see if it's actually going to hold up. I'm not just going to assume that it's not. So I chose sterling, which is a stunning silver, and black diamond for the hangers. So we're going to do that in resin. This I'm going to do marble it in pigment paste. So I pulled out Rolio's Aurelian Yellow and Mud Pie Brown. Aurelian, I don't know how to say that for that one. So we're going to marble that. I'm going to try to paint this green, maybe the same green I'm going to do on the stem and the leaves of this. So I pulled out my chrome powders, green and red. And then I also pulled out the Magic Diamond Multi from Laura's Art Corner. I'm going to see if I could paint that onto the tray after I do this coloring. And then if I can, I'm just going to fill it with white. That way we can see that beautiful shimmer shine from that multi-color. And now I know she was out of it the last time I used it, but she's probably ordered it by now. By the time this goes out, hopefully it will be in stock, but keep checking back, keep it in your cart, whatever you have to do. I'm going to go around this whole edge and then I'll just clean it with some cotton swabs, alcohol, get it all cleaned up. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do this. This can get tedious and boring for you. Oh, I almost did the stem. Almost did the stem. So that should be stunning red color there. I do need to clean off that stem. Let me just show you this beautiful green. And then I'll clean it the best that I can. Once this is on, then I can go over everything with that Magic Diamond Multi. And it won't be any issue getting it on the red or the green because it needs to be on whatever's on the silicone. Obviously, I say it all the time, is going to be your color. So I could put green over that right now. You're not going to see it. Let's see how beautiful this green is. These are not color changing or anything. They're just chrome. So they're very vibrant and very chromy when you unmold. Now, I think you can put any color behind them. I think you could do white and it'll be fine, just as if you did black. So we don't always have to use black. Black is mostly used for chameleon powders, so you get that color changing effect. That's cool. And I am going to have a lot of cleanup, but I do want to show you before I speed you up. Oh, that was too much. That didn't help me out at all. Before I clean this, I'll show you the Diamond Multi on here. I'll do it over on this side. I'll do the green too on the other one, except I need a different brush. Let me get this cleaned. Now I'm going away for the weekend, so I'm going to throw this all in the pressure pot. And we'll demold in a few days when I get back. I don't know if I uploaded right now, but I will know later on the other channel. If you didn't know, we have 2 channels now. For personal stuff, if you'd like to follow our life, we have another channel for that, so I'm not putting it on this channel anymore. Let me just get that black thing out. Whatever that is, come on. And let's see if we can even do this. I should probably start. Look at that, I have some. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. I have some resin. That's what happens when you don't wipe your stick good enough with resin. You end up with resin clumps in there. I think this is going to be pretty. This is almost going to be like a chameleon flake. So I definitely, this would change color under black for sure. But I think I don't want to do that. because I'm not quite sure what color it's going to look like. So I definitely want the opalescence of it. So I'm going to do it with the white, like I said. Okay, let me not finish that right now because I have to clean up the edges of the rose. I'm going to paint that green. So I'll be right back.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage. Sparkles explode in a radiant haze. Crafting a masterpiece that's gonna amaze. Glitz and glitter lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare. Diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell. Turning the ordinary into something to tell.
Starting with 21, so I basically mixed up what they told me on the sheet plus 1 ounce. Because that sheet's been pretty accurate this month, so that's pretty good. I'm going to start with one thing at a time, just in case it's not accurate. Because I don't need to vacuum chamber 2 of them. I'm not going to vacuum chamber the tray or the pineapple. I will vacuum chamber the one I'm leaving on the table. So this is just crystal white. I'm not going to use that multi in here because I don't want to waste it. You're not going to see it. We just want white behind it. So that's all I'm going to use for that. I'm going to just put a little alcohol in here. And it said, did it say 7 ounces? I have to relook at that tray. I think 7 ounces for that tray. This is kind of thick. Make sure you get all those chunks out of your cup. A little watery. I am going to put it on my shelf though. I would never be able to carry it without doing that. Let's move these out of the way. That's for my pigment paste. And this is going on my middle shelf. Okay, so we're going to try 7 ounces. Hopefully I could do this right without going over. A little bit more. That should be almost right. That's just under. Now we got to get it mixed up in here, but not quite as crazy because it's already been dissolved. Beautiful. And then we just pour. Simple, easy peasy. That's going to be beautiful, I think. I really hope. Let me just get this around the edge. And then fill her in. One little tip for y'all that I know better and I didn't do. When I was, before you clean your molds, tap all that. Oh man, I made too much. That totally stinks. Tap all of that powder out first. And I did that on the pineapple tray. And then something told me to tap it again because there was still powder. So I cleaned that whole entire pineapple, right? And then I tap it out and then powder went all over the lid again. Which, you know, green isn't too bad because green are on pineapples. But then I would have had to add it to the bottom of the pineapple tray. And I was like, nope, I'm just going to clean it again. All right, that's that one. I'm going to save that and just top it up once it's in the pressure pot. I got to move this out of the way somewhere because Actually, this can go on the bottom right now. Be right back. I put it in the pressure pot, topped it up. I have a little bit left, but that's okay. I took 2.5 ounces out for the little hanger thing, and I'm going to use the rest for this. So I don't need much brown. I'm going to like drip it in type to marble it. So I only need the tiniest bit, which if I had a brown dropper like I do my pendants, I could have used that, but I don't think I have brown. Too late now. I'm using this now. But I could have just dripped it in like I normally drip it in. This I want to wipe to get that paste off my stick. And then stir it again. Get all that off your sides. And you can even put it in a second cup just to make sure it is completely mixed. It's the only thing that makes me nervous in this whole craft is pigment paste. Only because I've been burned by it so many times. That looks pretty good. It's almost a little light. Nope, it's good. It's good. It's good. I thought it was a little light, but it's not. Okay, now the rest I'm going to do yellow. But how much did that thing hold? I don't want yellow if I'm going to have extra. Let me just check that sheet again. It says 11 ounces. What do I have in here? 12 ounces? We'll just do it. No big deal. So always stir your pigment paste before you add it to your resin as well. So let's wipe a lot of that off. Get it in here. I'm not wiping the stick off in there or on my cup because I'm paranoid of pigment paste. I tried to dissolve it once in alcohol. Didn't work out very well. So I don't dissolve the pigment paste. Just in case you were going to say, hey, why don't you try dissolving it? I did that about a week ago or so. Didn't look good. It was all like greeny and yucky. And I need a little more. Not quite. I'm sure it'll be fine because it is being poured dark. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not hitting the sides of my cup or anything. I'm just kind of swirling it around. And then that's it. Not wiping it off. That's the one thing I will waste is pigment paste on my stick with no problem. That looks better. Okay, so we could pour this one too because I don't need to put it through the vacuum chamber. Let me wipe my table so I'm not getting stuff everywhere. And I need to get it on my thingy here so I can carry it over easily. All right. So what I'm going to do is do it the same way that I do my pendants when I'm all that practice marbling I do on my pendants. This is when it comes into play. It doesn't always work. Let's spritz this one. Not that I need it, but you just don't know. Okay. Let me grab my long scribe here. What's that for? I don't know. Oh, that was gonna be for my yellow. And I'm gonna pour it in. I do swirl it because I have tried not swirling it before and it didn't work that great. And pour a little bit more of the brown. I don't want a lot of brown, but I know pineapples have some brown in them. That's going to be good, I think. I don't want to fill it all the way up until I walk it over there, just in case I spill it. So let's do the same thing to the lid. Of course, I didn't need to marble for the stem. I'll worry about it after the stem is filled, because I don't see a lot of brown coming out anyway. I don't think I need to squish this one, but you just don't know. All right, let's do this. I don't have a lot of brown left. Yeah, they're pretty accurate this month. I didn't fill it all the way up. I'm gonna carry this over to the pressure pot and then I will fill them all up. I do help and I do spritz those bubbles just for a little bit of help. I put the rest in here and I'm gonna make my favorite little vases, but first let's do, gosh, I don't need much for those. I could very well have done this completely wrong. This looks pretty good, to be honest with you. There's hardly any bubbles in there. So you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. Since there's hardly any bubbles in here, I'm going to go ahead and mix up my sterling. No, the black, the small one. I'm not going to worry about the vacuum chamber right now. I'm going to fill up my hangers, and then if I need more, I can get more, but I have to guess here, and I probably already made too much. And then I'll probably vacuum chamber the rest, just so I don't get a whole bunch of bubbles here. But I got to be quick. Just quickly spritz that, not using glue or anything. This will be easier because the polyurethane yesterday was setting up on me. Ah! Too much. You'll have to be trimming and sanding the back, so I'm going to have to take that extra out. These are so skinny. So I thought silver and black would be classic colors for some fancy earring storage. And then if I need more, I can get more. Concentration here for a minute. Probably need to pull a little bit out, especially of that first one. I didn't know what the split was going to be. This was so cute yesterday. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with it. It sold in literally, I don't know, an hour or two after I put it on eBay. I knew it would. Okay, so I made a little too much, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough now for the sterling. That totally stinks. I might have to mix up a little bit more. Let me get a spatula here. Scoop some extras out. Everything else, this one might be a little high. It's working pretty good as a little scooper. Of course, I got it in here. Okay, good enough. I'll clean that first, and then let's do this. I don't even know. There's like no bubbles in there. I did not know how that happened other than sitting on my table. So what's the point? I'm putting that in the vacuum chamber. It just degassed all by itself. Look at that gorgeousness. It is definitely getting warm, so I do need to pour anyway. Oh, I didn't. I gotta clean that real quick. One moment. Just gonna take a little Q-tip and get that out of there. The best that I can quickly. Come on, get out. Yeah, there might be a few little spots of black. It'll be fine. It'll be good. I better spritz this. Oops. I really hope resin holds up in here. I think I'll put it together and set it up for a few days before it goes on eBay, just to make sure it's not gonna like warp. And either way, I will try to remember to tell you. It'll be easy to remember to tell you if it does warp, because it'll be sitting here staring at me warped. Oops, I just went over the edge. Okay, let's do this one. Maybe the glitter will take up the extra volume that I needed in the resin. And this one, I could always do the top one in black, this little stick thing. Oh man, there was some white in there. I just saw it. I'm just going to mix it up into my silver and it should be okay. It should be okay. Oh, I'm going to have extra. So definitely the glitter took up plenty of space. Okay, there's that one. That one, this one can use a little bit more. It's going to shrink a little bit as it cures. The only thing I would not do on this one is paint it with chameleon powder or something. Actually, I think I better fill these first, because one side will be black and then one side will be whatever color, and you will see both sides on this piece. So that's one way I wouldn't do it. Let's see if I have enough. It's close. Oh my gosh, I have enough. It's so close to the last drop. Yay! Like literally the last drop I could probably put in here. Come on. Okay, well that was 2.5 ounces, so I have that ½ ounce left in black. What a good guess. Okay, cool. Let me move this out of the way. We will do something with that. Let's get this done. I'm going to do same thing. Just marble the rest, and that probably degas as well since it's been sitting here so long. Just going to put all of this brown in right now. Whatever it is, it is. I don't get good marbling on these anyway. So let's, I think I have enough for all of them. And I like the tall one. I think I could do at least 3, I think. I think this one holds 2 ounces total, or just over 2 when it's completely full. I think we're going to have pretty good luck as far as no bubbles. All right, well, yeah, I might have enough for the small. That, and then enough to do this. So we'll have a set of 3 today. Usually I have sets of 2. Cool, perfect. I only have a little bit. What is that? Oh, this is the new ones. That's right, I got a new set here. And the old ones, I clipped that off. That's for a light. I'm not going to put a light in, so I do cover that up. I'd rather put flowers in these than lights. They were sold as a lamp. That's why I was like, I probably won't ever make that. But then when I discovered the flowers, I make them all the time. All right, what do we got left here? I got just a little bit of black diamond. I'm going to put this silver into the black diamond and make a few pendants, which you guys have seen me do a million times, if not more. I wonder how many pendants I've made in my 3 years here on YouTube. I cannot even imagine. Thousands and thousands and thousands of sure. I'm sure of it. Which ones do we want to make? Let's do this one. I haven't done... Let's see what it looks like in this one. This is that water ripple. I mean, it's not really a water ripple effect, but it might be pretty nonetheless. Let's see, go around there. Hopefully, no bubbles around there. Look at that. Enough for that. Oops. That's good. I'll put the rest in my giveaway mold for a change. And I will see you in several days. I lied. I'm back. So,
in the New York group,
I have this extra white I forgot about. I'm going to put this... Oh, actually, it might be just enough. I'm going to do this little tiny alligator that I just got.
an alligator?
I got 2, but the one's too big for extras. I went cleaning up and I'm like, oh, I have white left over. If I don't put that on camera, I'm not going to know what it is when I get home.
I'll remind you.
No, you won't. I got Hunter Green out. Here we go with another pigment paste. Oh boy. Let me just mix it up. I think alligators are green. Not that I haven't seen 50 million of them.
Have you told everybody how good their hair looks?
No, I haven't told them how good their hair looks.
All right, tell them for me.
Don says your hair looks nice. What about their earlobes?
Yeah, your looks looking pretty sexy.
And their eyelids?
We haven't got the items yet.
I'm going to not do too much craziness of this pigment paste. Isn't this the cutest little thing ever? I'm going to have extra. I had pulled out my sunflower mold, but I don't want a green sunflower, so... Oh, I think I'll put this little guy in the pressure pot. Don's working on my pressure pot for a second, so I'm going to put this little guy in there. So he's perfect. Yeah, I had too much. Seeing that it's been sitting here forever, we're going to go get him under pressure. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in here. I don't know. At least the leaves will be green. I can always paint the rest of it if there's enough to fill it. Usually I'm painting the leaves green and leaving the petals the color. Now I'm going to be painting the petals.
Painting the petals, painting the petals.
I guess since he's still over there, I'll stick this in the pressure pot too.
Gives me an opportunity to sing.
Yeah, great.
I love you, you love me.
Barney.
Together we're loving the resin tree.
Oh, goodness. All right. Let's just get this in these petals.
Ah, boy.
He cracks himself up.
Better than you cracking me up. You'll hurt me.
Okay, I'm going to pop this in there. See you in a couple days. Check out the comment of the day. It's been a few days. I'm back in the studio, like almost instantly. I've been home about an hour. I had to get back to this because I want to see them unmolded. If you are interested in what we did over the weekend, make sure you go to our other channel because that's where all that stuff gets posted. We had a great time. My mom's birthday. We did all kinds of things, all jam-packed into just like 2 days and then a morning. So let's get to unmolding. Here are our extras. This is the water ripple pendant that is so pretty. I just got to pop that resin through because I kind of overfilled it. I think it'll pop right out. Let me grab yeah, just pop right out. Look at that. All the crushed crystal in there looks really, really looks really, really pretty. Here's the little gator. Oh, see, I was in too big of a hurry. I didn't clean my molds just like normal. Too interested to see what was going on here all weekend in the pressure pot. I did put these in there. There's a cute little guy. He'll make a great little magnet. So cute. I'm going to trim up his mouth up there because there's no other way to make a mold like that. Kind of like our turtle ones come out like that too because their head is raised when you're making the mold. Okay, here's the sunflower that I definitely need to do something with. Although pretty, I don't want it just green. So we're going to bling that up. So that's pretty. And then here are the vases. And we'll have to get some corresponding. See, that one came out good. I like the marbling, but I knew it. I can't get it good on the fronts. I don't know why. I just kind of gave up on that. And these ones I overfilled to cover up that hole, so I'm probably going to chop these off like I did my other ones. I just take a pair of scissors, which I'll do right now. Not all the way to the bottom, just below the surface. That way the resin will cover it and we won't have that like hole on the back every time we pour it. I mean, you don't have to do that. If you want to use it as a little lamp, then you don't want to cut them off. But I don't plan on using them as a lamp, so I'm going to cut mine off. We'll get some pretty flowers put in here. Let me cut this all the way, not all the way down, just most of the way down. So that's those. If you haven't seen them, they are so cute, and you should probably wait till the end so you could see them finished. Love them. I love them. And I'm pretty sure this is one of those molds, if you haven't been with me long, that I didn't like coming out of the box. I was like, nope, not going to like that one. I don't even want to pour that one. And now I love it. This is one of those molds that I'm pretty much said the same thing until I made it the other day. And now I love this mold. I only made it one time. So I am anxious to see. Look at those pretty little hangers. Crushed crystal and black. Well, it's not crushed crystal. This is my black diamond glitter. Black diamond glitter. So pretty. And I'm sure I will do something to it here in a few minutes. Okay, they all look the same. Let's get them out. I'm anxious to see if this is going to bend or not after a few days. Here's the gorgeous silver and black. These are so pretty. And these go like this. Let's see, I'm going to do the nice side out, which is this side and this side. And then the nice side out here. And the nice side, you could tell the front from the back for sure with the glitter. Then you just put them together like this. Goes together really easy. And this actually may hold up. It's not, I don't think it's going to be like too long of a span to not hold up. I don't know. We'll do the nice side out here. This has two little grooves that fit in these two little grooves. And earrings, I guess they don't weigh much. So I don't know what I'm worried about. That is pretty solid. And then you put your hangers right like this. This is so cute. I'm sure I will put like black stones on here or something. Black and diamond stones. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. It's like a little closet for your earrings. So you could put your hanging earrings here and put your post earrings down here. You can even put, if you wanted to, you can put your hanging earrings over these two. Maybe that's how it's made, and post earrings in here. I'm just going to pop that through while my scribe needs to be cleaned, but a little bit of resin got on there. So yeah, you probably can do your hanging earrings here over these two lumps and then post earrings there if you have like a lot of earrings. I know some people have a lot of earrings, so that is adorbs. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. I've got a couple more things to do. Let's get this out. This was that multi-diamond something or other from Laura's Art Corner. And then the chrome powders. Oh, that is pretty. Which way does it go? It goes this way. This is indented, of course. Not too bad. And then if you poured it in black, that multicolor would be completely different. So you could do that with, maybe we should try it again with a chameleon powder. There's not a whole lot of room, and if you covered it, you would be covering all this up too. There's not a lot of room for mistakes in here. It's a very shallow dish. So that is really pretty. I'm not sure what I will do to that, but I'm sure I'll do something. This one's going to be hard. This is a thick mold. Let me try this one first. This is the pineapple. I'm reminding myself, not necessarily you. Let's see. It's definitely cured and cooled. Hopefully my marbling came out pretty decent. Not so great on the lid. A little bit of brown. I might end up shading it. That's cool. It's heavy because it's solid. But I did a good job on the cleanup on the green, so that's pretty. Let's squirt some alcohol down here. Try to move that around. Come on. That normally helps quite a bit. If you can get it moved all the way around your piece before you try to get it out. Okay, let's try this. I have a feeling I'm going to be painting some shading on this. Wow, this is a very heavy-duty mold. Compared to that, what I did, yesterday or the day before, that cow that was so thin, this one is pretty thick. There we go. All right, that one looks better. Let me just fix this mold real quick. That looks better, but it's not matching the top that great. Oh man, we got a bubble. That stinks. Everything else is perfect, but I missed that bubble with the bubble wand. Did I use the bubble wand? I don't remember. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. But, we'll have to fill it in so it's not sharp. Just tape up the side with a little tape, fill it in. I could do it right now and show you. Just grab yourself a piece of tape. Cover that side up so it's not going to leak. I'm going to use my bonding resin. You don't have to use bonding resin. It just cures quicker and it's made for bonding. I'm just going to drip it right in there. Sometimes I do 2 coats just so I don't go over. Now this is not a permanent fix. It can come out. Just gonna, like, epoxy is a permanent fix. You can even color it with your color if you want to, and then put it in there and cure it, but UV resin can pop out. If it gets a lot of use, it's not permanent. Just get that cured, and then I'm going to do a second. Sometimes I like to put it on my table instead, so I have a little bit more control over how much is going to go in there instead of a full drop. I'll just scoop it up like that. I try to get it perfectly level because when you start sanding that down, that little piece most of the time will pop right off of your piece. Like I said, it's not permanent. It can come right out. But you don't want it too high to where the jar won't fit right either. And it only takes like 10 to 15 seconds for this bonding resin. See how you're going to have to sand it down right there? Maybe I'll just clip that little piece off. Because once you start sanding, which I'm going to have to, I don't really have much of a choice. You got to be really careful. Because like I said, it will come out. Just sand that edge so it's not sharp still. And then you take some Resin Restore if you have it. You can still see that it was a bubble, but at least it's not going to be too bad. Maybe I can cover it with a stone or something. I don't know. I got to see what I'm going to do. I just want to make sure that is pretty level. That looks good. Looks pretty good. See that scuff marks that I just did? Just take your Resin Restore if you have any. I don't know if any are in stock right now. I am waiting on the new bottles, and they are taking way longer than they promised me. So I could be out of stock of this right now. There you go. Now you don't see it. I mean, you can kind of see it, but it's much better. All right, I am going to jazz these up a little bit and get back into my groove, and you can enjoy the next little song.
3 days back in Mama's, blew the candles, hugged them tight. Now it's coffee on the workbench, morning pouring in just right. Got bad resin in the molds, heart still in that family glow. Smiling while I sand the edges, letting gratitude just flow. I'm back in the studio, Jesus on my mind. Thank you for my parents and this little life of mine. For every pair of eyes that tune in, every heart that stays. You're the reason for my joy, for these busy, blessed days. I'm back in the studio, Lord, I'm thanking you for the time away and all I get to do. There's a yellow tan pineapple catching sunshine as it dries. Tiny rhinestones on the crown, throwing stars across my eyes. 3 small vases, green and gold, dry flowers standing tall and brave. Silver black glitter earring stand where somebody's treasures away. I'm back in the studio, Jesus on my mind. Thank you for my parents and this little life of mine. For every pair of eyes that tune in, every heart that stays. You're the reason for my joy, for these for my family and my viewers, wrapped in resin, faith, and love. I'm back in the studio, Jesus on my mind. Thank you for my parents and this little life of mine. For every pair of eyes that tune in, every heart that stays, you're the reason for my joy. For these busy, blessed days, I'm back in the studio. Lord, I'm thanking you for the time away and all I get to do. Back in the studio, hands full, heart new. Thank you, Jesus. All the glory's back to you.
I am all finished, like riding a bike. Couple days off didn't change anything. Oops, I just saw something. Okay, so I put acrylic paints on the alligator and also the pineapple and just stuck a magnet on them. That's it. I'm going to put them on my fridge with all the little peanut heads. For this, I didn't do anything. I just put a jump ring so that way it can go on somebody's chain. I painted this up and put some AB rhinestones on the leaves to give it some, you know, bling. One in the center, and just painted everything else. I did put a little bit of other color green on there, but you really can't tell because of all those rhinestones. So those are those. Here's the little stand. I think it's going to be perfectly fine. I put some black stones on this. I was putting small ones on, but you couldn't really tell the difference between the hole and the stone. So I took them all off, put a larger one on there, and then I put 3 on each hanger. One at the top and one on each side. So those hangers are all finished. That is really cute. Let's see, I've got these done. These 3 will go as a set of 3 for a change. And I just put green stones on those for a change. Outline the hearts, put some in there for some small ones. Then I use the same exact flowers for all 3 of them. That way they all can like be displayed together if you wanted them to be. This thing, I took this chain, rhinestone chain, used my glue around the outer edge. I tried to do it the best that I could to get it even. It's just barely gonna move at this point, but right there. And then I stuck some inside the rose too, just to give that a little bling. So that came out really cute. That's all it needed. Just tiny, tiny, tiny stone. And it's so much easier to do that than place them one at a time. And then for the pineapple, like I said, I shaded it with the metallic acrylic champagne gold. That's just paint. And then I put the rhinestones in some of the cross hatches. Not every single one. I thought every single one would be too much. I did have to do a couple different sizes. And that's it. So that's the jar. I like the bottom better than the top, but now that it's all blinged out and shaded, it's the best I can get it. I probably should have shaded the top a little bit more, but you know, pineapples just come in all different sorts of shades. So this one is about ready to be ripe for the picking. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to get you all those pictures at the end, so stick around for those. And we've got a couple more to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them tomorrow or following week. I'm not quite sure. So you will see what I do tomorrow if you come back. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you want to see what I did on my weekend, it is video number 4 on GNGMICHELLE's channel, which is also linked in the description box. Hope you have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Sparkly streams, her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart.